Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Janet Roark. I'm a veterinarian in Austin, Texas. I'm the essential oil vet on social media, and um, I hope you're having an awesome weekend. I hope you had an awesome weekend if you're at the end of your weekend, and I hope you have an amazing week next week. I actually had a pretty good weekend myself. I took the weekend off and went to my newly purchased ranch. Actually going to be moving out of this space into the ranch in less than 2 weeks now. And my husband's gone this week. He's up in Colorado. And so I was at the ranch all weekend, working on it and trying to get it ready to be moved into, and praying over the land and that sort of thing. It's a it's a massive undertaking. I'm not gonna lie. So I come live every Sunday at 7 p.m. Central time, and I'm here to answer your questions as long as you don't talk about disease names. I can answer them. So go ahead and pop those in the chat. Let me know where you're coming from as well, and we can start answering some of those questions. Oh, and in the membership group, if you missed it somehow or you're new to this page, I do monthly workshops in my paid membership group, which is $27 a month, and or you can get a huge discount if you purchase annually. I think it's $270 for that, and that is over at essentialoilvet.com/members if you want to join that. And the reason why I bring that up now is because on Friday, we just had a really awesome workshop. And we talked about essential oils for wounds and injuries. And I went through the 4 stages of wound healing, and we talked about all the different oils and when to use what for what things, as well as I had like a recommended first aid kit, which includes some of the recipes that I also included. Of course, tons of recipes in that workshop as well. And people were really excited about it. We got a ton of great feedback on that one. So if you're not in the membership group, head on over there. You can actually watch the replay of that workshop. It's about an hour long, and it is chock full of information. If you work with animals at all, it's definitely worth the $27, I think. Okay, Laura Peters has a question. She says, can I put Serenity on the ears of a 18-week-old kitten to calm him down? You can, but I would recommend diluting it first. So remember, with cats, we always want to use diluted essential oils, and that particular blend from doTERRA is not diluted at all. So if you have the roller bottle version of that, the touch roller, that is diluted already, or you can use the kids version of that, the calmer blend. It works really well. You can just rub it on their ear tips, but you can also use another of the pre-diluted blends is Balance. That's another really good one as well. So, and make sure he's getting lots of playtime, but sometimes kittens are just wild at that stage. Let's see. Jen says, good evening. What oils can I use for bee stings on specifically a Frenchie, so a smaller dog, smaller to medium-sized dog? For bee stings, there's a couple of things. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see this, but see that little bump right there? It's little now. I actually got bit by a fire ant when I was working on the ranch on my hand. Oh, that's pretty rare. Usually I get bit on my ankles. In Texas, we have a lot of bugs, and luckily no bee stings yet, but because I'm a little bit slightly allergic. But for bee stings, I really like a combination of lavender and basil. And so I would do probably like a 10% dilution on that, because it is a very, painful thing, and you want to get that inflammation and that histamine response down quickly as fast as possible. And you can apply that. I would do like 6 to 7 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller bottle, top it off with fractionated coconut oil, and rub it on that area. And you can do that every couple of hours, especially if they're digging at it. You might have to put a cone on them, or cover it up so they don't like dig at it if it's really, really irritated. So, but really, really effective. Basil and lavender for that. Lynn is asking about the recipe that I sent in my email. If you're not on my newsletter subscription, you can join that. Just go over to the website, essentialoilvet.com. But yes, it's totally safe to ingest. However, you don't want him to ingest it if you're putting it on wounds and scars and sores and things like that. So what I would recommend is it's not dangerous at all, especially if you're using a pure essential oil. But so, depending on the brand that you're using. But I would definitely use a cone or a donut to prevent him from licking those areas so that they have time to heal. It's not the most wonderful thing in the world, or you can put like a little doggy t-shirt on them or something like that to make it so that he doesn't lick those areas. Laura has the calm rain serenity, so that's great. Angie is asking about heart, essential oils for the heart. And this one's tricky because there are a lot of oils you want to be careful with when an animal or person is on heart meds. And so you do need to be careful. I really like marjoram and ylang ylang. Yarrow is another really good one. And cypress can be helpful. Helichrysum is very good. So I do have a recipe, both in my book. If you don't have my book, it's, do I have a copy right here? I usually do. I don't know where my book went. So it's the Essential Oils for Pets, a guidebook. It's got a dog and a cat on the front. I don't have it right in front of me. Sorry. And, here it is. It is right here. It's just underneath the whole pile of papers. So the Essential Oils for Pets guidebook. There is a recipe in here for a healthy heart, and that's safe to use with those meds. If you want something a little bit quicker, go ahead and join the membership group at the link below. And we have in the guides of the Facebook group, we have a recipe in there as well. That's quite good, as well as you'll get access to the website, and you can search the website for all my heart information in there. We don't have all the videos uploaded just yet. We just launched the website this month. So we're still uploading a lot of stuff because it's like 3 years worth of information. Jan says suggestions for food for a brand new puppy. I really like Darwin's pet food. That's what I feed my puppies, and I love it. They're thriving and beautiful and not overweight. Let's see. Okay. So Kathy has a question. Her dog gets, or her daughter's dog gets a red rash, and they don't know if it's food related, and it's really itchy. So what oils can help? So the first thing is to rinse that area, clean that area really well, clean it and dry it. Once it's clean and dry, Kathy, I really like juniper berry and romaine chamomile to help with rashes in general. And sometimes helichrysum can help, but a lot of times there's kind of like, there's a lot of things going on that the dog might need to detox. We need to support the liver a little bit. It might just be like a contact allergy kind of situation from running through the fields and that sort of thing. Michelle is asking about horse respiratory health, and we have a ton of oils that can help with respiratory support. Our respiratory blend, number one, peppermint, spearmint, rosemary, cardamom, Ravensara is another really good oil for that. Lemon is actually really good for respiratory support if you give it internally. And you can also do frankincense and copaiba to help with inflammation in the airways if there's any inflammation. And I would do the lemon, peppermint, copaiba, and frankincense internally, assuming you have that supplement facts label on those bottles. So brand matters with this big time. And that's my lemon, actually. I meant to take that out to the ranch today and I forgot. So all of those can help. And then topically, you can certainly do peppermint, spearmint, any of the mint oils, eucalyptus, all really good for respiratory support. And with with when you put it on their chest, like I put it on their chest to act as like a natural diffuser, kind of like you would for yourself. And I would dilute it a little bit with some fractionated coconut oil and rub it on there just so it lasts a little bit longer, so that you don't have to apply it as often. It doesn't have to be diluted like for safety reasons, but just to help it last longer and stay on the hair as opposed to just getting absorbed quickly. Let's see. My book is wonderful. Thank you. Kathy Jo says, what's used for a very hyper dog when people are around? So what I recommend is if you know that you're going to have visitors and you know your dog reacts to that by being really excited, is to make sure that your dog gets a nice long walk before they come over. Getting them nice and tired is really, really helpful so that they don't have quite as much energy when someone comes over. We certainly have a lot of oils that can help with calming: lavender, Roman chamomile, petitgrain, cedarwood, the calming blend, the restful blend, the reassuring blend, the grounding blend. Any of the grounding oils can be really, really helpful. So that is that. Laura says, I just got a 14-week-old puppy. Is it okay for me to diffuse my oils? Yes, as long as you stick to the diffuser recommendations in the guidebook, which is, 3 to 4 drops in your diffuser at a time. Make sure the room door is open, and make sure your animal can leave if they want, and also make sure it's in an area where your dog can't knock it over. If you want more safety information for your puppy, Laura, go over to essentialoilvet.com/pet safety. It's a free guide. It's 17 pages. It's a free guide. You'll get on my newsletter list, but you can unsubscribe from that if you don't want it anymore. But that you'll get that free safety guide, which is a really helpful resource. You can print it out on your own. When you enter your email, you'll just get it emailed directly to you, the link. So head over to essentialoilvet.com/pet safety for that free guide. Anybody can get it. If you have any friends that need that, please send them this link, essentialoilvet.com/pet safety. That is all the time I have for your questions today, you guys. So thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you next week on Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Time. I hope you join me. If I didn't get to your question, don't worry. Join the membership group and I'll answer it there. I answer all the questions in there that are posted on the Ask the EO Vet post every week at 6 p.m. Central Time in there. So I hope you join me over there. It's definitely worth the investment. And otherwise, if you can't, that's totally understandable. I love you just the same. And I will be here next week at 7 p.m. to answer your questions then. All right. Bye, guys.